Today, we are going to install the new DRT Motorsports CAX3RB1 rear bumper tire carrier. This bumper fits the 2017 Plus Can-Am X3 2 and 4 door models. Install time is about 45 minutes to an hour. Can be installed by yourself, but easier with a friend. With a difficulty level of beginner, but crossing over into intermediate. Tools needed for this job are a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 torque wrench, 16 and 18 mm sockets, a 17 mm wrench, a T30 torque socket, a 5/16 drill bit, and hand drill, and 4 or 5 and 6 mm Allen wrench, a rubber or dead blow mallet. And don't forget your safety glasses. So, gather the tools, and let's install. Let's start by jacking up the rear of the vehicle, and stop when the rear wheels have left the ground. Then, let the car lower to a point where the tires touch the ground but almost all of the vehicle's weight is still supported by the jack. Let's start by using an 18 mm socket, and remove the top 2 radius rod nuts as seen here. Next, set the rear bumper in place over the top section of the radius plate. Now, reinstall the top 2 18 mm radius rod nuts, and hand tighten for now. You will now need to drill the lower mounting holes to tie the bumper to the frame. Using the holes in the bumper as a guide, drill through the rear plate. This is where some extra hands may come in handy. Next, install the supplied 16 mm hardware through the bumper and frame. Using a 16 mm socket and a 17 mm wrench on the nut, tighten to secure. Now, slide in the adjustable tire carrier arms into the top bar framework, as seen here. Next, set the tire carrier framework in place, and line it up with the bumper mounts. Then, install the 4 supplied 6 mm hex head bolts, and tighten down. Next, slide the tire carrier arms outward to meet up with your 1 7/8 inch cage frame tubing. Adjust the carrier up and down until the bumper is positioned where it is close to, but not contacting any factory plastics. Now, install the 2 clamp caps using the supplied 5 mm hex head bolts. To tighten down the clamp cap bolts, use a small flathead screwdriver to hold the nut in place, so it doesn't spin when tightening. This may be a little tricky, but you'll find the right spot. Now that the bumper and tire carrier are positioned properly, you will need to drill 4 holes in the adjustable tire carrier arms. Using the existing holes in the outer sleeve as a guide, drill through the adjustable arms. Once drilled through, use the provided 16 mm hardware to bolt the adjustable arms in place. Tighten the hardware using a 16mm socket and 17mm wrench on the nut. Next, fit the spare tire directly onto the carrier with the face of the wheel up. Place the rubber cone into the center bore of the wheel, then the round center plate, and finally the threaded T-handle. Enough length is provided on the T-handle to fit almost any size wheel and tire. Any excess length in the T-handle should be measured and cut to the appropriate length for your spare tire. The T-handle should easily reach the threaded hole, but be cut short enough that it does not make contact with factory plastic. Congrats, that completes your DRT rear bumper tire carrier install. Now with added rear end protection, and the peace of mind having a spare tire on the trail, you can enjoy your adventures, worry-free. Until we meet on your next DRT install, be safe out there. If you have any questions during your installation, don't hesitate to contact us via phone or email. We are here to help.